Welcome to the Savage Productions YouTube channel.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Savage Productions YouTube channel. If you're new around here, I don't know if you know me, but I'm the owner of the channel, Justin. I am Dennis's son who owns Savage Performance. And today I am actually back in Kentucky to be here for the holidays. It's the holiday season 2022, and there's a few things that we want to get done while I'm here for these like 2 or 3 weeks. One of those is getting the engine in this car and hoping to start getting this thing back together. This is my 93 Mustang GT. I bought this thing. It was my second car in high school, and it's just evolved ever since, and it's now going to be a 363 dart block stick shift nitrous assisted beast. So if you haven't seen, over here is the engine. You'll have to watch another video if you want to look at that. Yeah, today we're going to get started on this thing. We got a UPR K-member to go in this thing, so I'm going to go ahead and get it jacked up on the lift and just start tearing some stuff out. I don't even think the K-member is here. He just got the car brought over here, yesterday, 2 days ago, and been busy this weekend. But during the week, I'm going to come after work and come over here and start getting some things slapped onto this car. This is going to be episode number 12 of this build, and we're just picking up where we left off last time. I think we were building the engine, putting it together. I've been living in Colorado. My wife is going to CU Boulder over there to get a PhD, so haven't really had the time to be here. It's funny because, I'm missing out on a bunch of car stuff by being over in Colorado. So much so that I'm wanting to make a stupid move and buy something out there to tinker with and race and mess with and all that stuff. Meanwhile, I have this car here that I just want to keep here, and I just need to take my time and money and invest it into this thing, finish this one, and that way we can take this racing, go out and grow the channel as we have the big sticker on the back, because this thing's going to be doing some incredible stuff once we get it done, or at least that's the hope. I don't want to humble myself too much, but yeah, we built this thing right, so we're hoping that it's going to do some good stuff. Let me show you a little bit inside the car. So it has a 10 soldiers 850 cert cage in it. Got nice rear suspension. Going to be upgrading the front suspension here again. Got these nice 2 big Nitrous Express nitrous bottles. I am sponsored by Nitrous Express. Use code SAVAGE at checkout for free shipping on any order. And we got the fuel system started. Got a nice behind bars race cars fuel tank in there. I'm sure if any of you have watched my dad's videos, he went over all this stuff again. So probably just reiterating it again for you guys. But I'm gonna get this thing up on the lift, and I'm gonna start taking off all the front suspension stuff, because all that's gonna be coming out for the new K-member. So that's exciting. See you in a bit. All right, so we got the car up in the air here and went ahead and took off all the front suspension on it. We had to crank these things down. I have 14-inch, 150-pound Viking springs on here, and we were not thinking ahead about getting this out of here, because we have to do a lot of work to get this K-member out of here, or the stock K-member. This car had a lot of rust in this area, so you can actually see some of our patchwork that we have going on here. Even up here, there's basically homemade setup. This was way before we had the shop. Dad's welds have gotten a lot better since then. Not by much, because of our welder is not the greatest, but definitely better than that. So we're gonna have to do a lot of cutting to get this K-member out, because it's actually welded up here, as well as some of these bolts that are holding it up. So there's gonna be work involved there. We figured we might as well get this completely out of the way, so it's a lot easier to work in this area. And we didn't think to crank these down before we got the spindles off. So we have had an interesting time getting them down. We still have to do this one. You got to get a spanner wrench in here, and you basically need a lot of tension on here in order to hold all this. So it wasn't bad. We put a long rod through here and just had some leverage, and then the spanner wrench helped. But we're just trying to get this thing out. See, in here we have some welds on the inside, which is not great. When we did these smooth panels, we added additional welds here because there was gaps and stuff like that. So we're just going to try to get this cut out very nicely so it doesn't mess up the panel in here. And then you have to cut out that big weld, big snot weld. And we also have to figure out a new brake setup because we are going to be going with manual brakes on this car. The cam is so big it doesn't want to stop with the power brakes. I already had that issue when I was driving it with the engine in there for the little bit of time that I had it, where it was still running. But yeah, all this is going to change. Hopefully not too much because we do already have some holes drilled for all this stuff that we've mounted, but just taking some videos and pictures for reference to try to change it. I already took the steering rack off. Not going to need that, at least on here. That's going to go on the new K-member. But as you can see, we got some welds over here too. So we got a little bit of work ahead of us just to get this K-member out, which usually this job doesn't actually take that long. So this is something we got to do. Another thing that we got to do is run a new fuel line. What we did actually when I bought this tank is I bought it and actually, is this a new one? Yeah, this is an E85 compatible fuel filter that we put in the stock location. It's all wrapped up in here with a little bit of rubber hose that is keeping it tight but not damaged. We just connected it to the 8AN line that we had running to the front, but we're going to be upgrading that to a 10. So we have to drop the tank, put a new fitting on the top of it up in there, and upgrade that to a 10. And then we're going to probably get either a new filter, or we can probably put new ends on this, I think, to be able to reuse this filter. And then we'll have to run an all new line for we're actually going to take this 6 off, leave the 8, run a 10 in its place, and then run that all the way up here. Probably poke it through in the same area. We're going to replace these bulkhead fittings, at least on the inside, to where they're black, because we're going to go away from the red and blue. What else? Oh yeah, we got this nitrous line. It's just all circled up here. We need to run that when we run that new line. But we got a little bit of work ahead of us, not much. Well, I say not much. We're switching to K-member and we're putting the new A-arms on it. And we're also going to be dedicating ourselves to doing a disc brake, 5-lug swap, conversion on it, and that means new wheels. These Centerline Combo Pros have now spent their life. They're done here, which also means we need a new axles for the back. Didn't think about that. Wife is not going to be happy.
Look,
all right, so
I mean, this is really easy.
So remember how I said that, you know, we were kind of dumb and didn't think ahead? Let's say it's actually calculated, because this is a lot easier to do than working with these spanner wrenches normally.
Yeah.
What we were doing, well, now that you brought it all the way down, can't really show the people.
Yeah. Just
So
like
we're
this.
just holding it and
Yeah.
then
Just turning the bottom.
just turning the whole thing
Well, you were
with
holding
some
it.
leverage.
Not a problem.
Usually this is locked in place, and these particular coilovers,
It's all the way down now.
there's 3 holes, and one of them actually has this set screw in it. So really there's 2 holes to put the end of this spinner wrench in. And you'd have to go like this and basically do this a bunch until this spring would drop all the way down. But with the spindle unhooked, you just rotate this thing. And that was really easy to do. If you just put a bar in here and then use that as your leverage for turning it. And no, we didn't mess up the inside.
No.
That's all good.
That tight coming out.
No, I know, it was good. All right, well, we're gonna call it there for the night. We got the struts out, sitting up there on the shelf. And got the car lowered down. Readjusted the supports here. Kind of shifted around a little bit with all the fussing that we were doing up here. But we're just gonna leave these control arms on because the whole rack's coming out, or the whole K-member's coming out. And not gonna do anything with those. If anybody wants a free pair of old Fox Body control arms, let me know. Otherwise, we're just gonna toss them out. But yeah, we got all that ahead of us. Probably tomorrow. We're also gonna do the brakes tomorrow. But that's gonna do it for tonight since it's already pretty late. But we'll be back in just a bit. All right, we're back today. We're gonna go ahead and do what we can do here to get this K-member out of here. We have to take all this brake component stuff off, get it out of the way, and also some stuff up underneath the fenders. And then we'll start cutting. All right, so we went ahead and pulled some stuff out, got stuff out of the way so we can grind these welds right here. As you can see, we got a lot to grind out as far as what is connected, because I didn't really show this, but this is how our K-member is connected because the frame rail was non-existent on this car. So this is how we had to fix it. So it's going to be interesting putting this other one in there. We're either going to do the same thing with better welds, or we're going to probably maybe put like a spacer in here to make this sort of solid. We haven't exactly decided which we're going to go with yet, but we got as much out of the way as possible. This is the line lock cable. This is just going to be pulled out of the way, and the rest of this should be fine. We got the passenger side all done. Everything's out of the way. Fuel lines are just hanging over here. So this is ready to be grinded. And while I was doing that, Dad was in here grinding away on this. Looks like he had a little slip here, unfortunately. But we expected that it wasn't going to look very pretty once it was done. But luckily we have some touch-up paint. And we have this side still.
We'll have to clean everything up and touch it up.
Yeah, this side won't be bad.
That whole area is going to be hidden anyway. You can't really see it when the engine's in there. So
Yeah.
the touch-up paint won't really be noticeable, you know.
How do you think it's going?
It's going about as expected.
Not fun.
Yeah.
Hate to have to do this.
But we'll we could kind of decide what we want to do about this. If we want to try to put some metal spacers in there and bolt it. That's kind of what we wanted to do before, but this actually is super strong.
Yeah.
And by welding it on, it's strong. It ain't going anywhere.
Yeah. And we still have these bolts intact here on the bottom, so there's no issues with us actually trying to line it up square.
Yeah.
Shout out UPR product. That's the K-member that's going in here, by the way. But yeah, I'm just getting through it. Gonna do some grinding here. I'll show you some of that while Dad's doing it.
I need to get my gloves.
Yep. Gotta get the glove. So we were thinking about it, and we're definitely going to look to see if they have repair kits for these, because we want to be able to drop the K-member if we need to. You know, racing and everything, there's going to be a lot of times when you probably want to be able to drop the oil pan, and without taking the engine out of the car, pull the K-member out, leave the engine where it is, support it, and then you can drop the oil pan. That'd be really nice. The other way that we could have done that is getting a K-member that had a removable center section, but the only ones that UPR had for that were motor plate ones, and we're not going to do a motor plate on this car just yet. So we're going to take this out for now, grind the welds off smooth, and hopefully find a repair kit that will work. The only issue is that the reason why it's all like this is because right about this line in here somewhere, all of the shock tower was gone. It was all completely rusted out from here down. So we're going to have to repair, however we do it. It's going to have to go up right here and then over, and then it's going to have to go up and attach in there somewhere. And that's not going to be good because the inside, as you guys know, is already painted up in here. So you really can't weld on the back of that, even though that these are an additional panel. We'd have to be really careful with how we do that. We have some things to consider. One, to do it the professional way and actually have the K-member removable. That would be the best option, although it might take some extra work. But we need to correct this that we did a long time ago. You know, sitting on jackstands, this car in our driveway. But now that it's on the lift and a lot easier to access, it should be easier to get done and less excruciating. As long as we can figure out how to connect the repair piece to the shock tower without messing up the paint inside, we'll be good. Okay, one almost down, kinda. One to go, and then two on that side. You know, I was thinking, another reason why we might want to do it the right way is, God forbid I ever wreck this car. It is a drag car, so that does happen, unfortunately. If it's the front half, instead of replacing it with, you know, stock Fox body stuff, we'll probably just front half it, which means we'll need to reuse the K-member, and that would make it hurt less, as long as the K-member is intact.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what we should do, just front half the whole car.
Street car.
I know, you want us to keep a street car.
Street
AC,
Yeah.
all that shit.
It's
I mean,
gotta
look,
be.
the condenser's still in it.
Yeah, of course.
Street car, power windows, door locks, cruise control.
Yeah, until I start losing every freaking stick shift race, and then we'll be talking.
Yeah.
It's too nice to, you know, gut it. So we'll see. We'll do something.
Yeah. We'll do something.
More grinding. Alright, we have the majority of it kind of cut out. We're going to try an air chisel with this little sharp bit on it, like that. We got this side completely out. It's all broke loose. Dad's working on the other side now. And we don't have much left. It's just because that cut got into the actual K-member. You can see it's actually lifted up. And then this one is all down, minus these like bits of magnetized pieces here. And then it should just drop down. Oh, we do have to, let's lower this down just a little bit. Now we have a gap again. That did need to be lowered down a little bit, Dad.
Does it?
Yeah, I already did. But that'll drop down just a little bit more. And then the whole thing will fall down on that. We still have bolts in the back though.
Yeah, only got, well.
We have the two on this side still.
Well, I got one bolt on each side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so once it drops down, it should go
Okay.
down to that. All right.
I'll hold on to the car. Make sure it doesn't fall off the dang stands.
No.
It should be fine.
Yeah.
We've done this enough times.
It'll be all right. There it is.
Wow. Glad I finally had to make sure I had the camera on. Here it is. All right.
Cool deal.
Let's get these bolts out, get this thing on the ground.
Yeah.
Dad said we had some cleaning up to do because of all the stuff that's in here.
A lot of grinding. I'm gonna smooth all this.
Have you looked at the ground yet?
Oh, holy shit. Oh, hell no. We can't have that. We gotta have a clean shop.
I had the push broom out here in a bit.
Holy crap, I'm moly. All right.
All right, K-member is on the ground. You see the issue that we were actually running into on this one.
Well, I can tell you.
We had cut into it.
Yeah.
So it was making it a little harder.
So there was definitely nowhere that thing wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, this was the back, this was the front, so it was welded all the way around.
Yeah.
Both sides. Same with this and here.
It was a suitable way to do it at the time.
Yeah. Yep. So we could get the car back on the road.
Yeah. But now, I already sweeped up a little pile over there. We got to clean up.
Now
We have a job ahead of us, though. You see the problems that we had with this thing? Yeah. So we got to do a lot of cleaning up here. Not so much cleaning up here. This one's actually a lot better. Forgot about that. We did get into paint a little bit there and over here, but that's what touch-up paint's for.
Yeah, that really sucks.
Yeah, good job, stupid. Yeah, a lot of work ahead of us there. But as I like to say, that's a tomorrow problem.
It'll turn out good though. We'll get it right.
Yep.
We'll get all that up, grind it all up real nice. And just maybe just fix it right, you know?
Yeah.
Just
We
repair
gotta
the
see
frame.
we gotta see what kits are out there. Hopefully LMR has a nice repair kit for it. And hopefully we have enough space where we can weld onto the thing and not mess up the paint.
I really don't want to have to repaint the engine compartment if we don't have to.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
if we have to, you know, touch it up. I mean, down there where we messed up, you can't really see that when the headers are in.
Right.
But we can touch that up with a touch-up paint and kind of wet sand it, buff it in, and you can't even tell.
Yeah.
You won't even be able to tell.
All right, well, thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video off there since it is going to turn into more of a job than what we initially kind of planned for. We were going to put this off, but I don't think that we're going to do that now. So we're going to order the kit, get that in, and then install that, and then put the K-member in there. So hopefully we can get that done before I go back to Colorado. That'd be nice.
Yeah, and be on the lookout for a couple of videos.
Oh yeah, this car.
Yeah, so I've started a video on this car. I need to do some more video on it. And I've already got a video completed on the other black Mustang that was here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's the Mustang's not done, but
Yeah.
I got the video finished up on the first leg of the video.
Cool.
We still got other stuff. So we put the UPR K-member in that one. Caster camera plates, the whole kit, you know, which we went over that on that last video.
Yep.
And man, it looks sweet. I'm telling you, it looks really nice.
All right. Well, that'll honestly probably be out before this one.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's good. That one's already done.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
just need to edit it. And
Yeah. Then I'll put the link up here, and you can watch it.
Up there?
Up there.
Oh, over there?
Yeah, right over there.
Okay.
There you
over
go.
there.
Hang on.
I don't see no link up there.
Look harder.
Oh, I see it now.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more content on this, on all the rest of the builds that we do in the shop and my car. Can't wait to get this thing done, but it's going to be difficult when I don't live here. Well, I'll be flying back and forth. We'll figure something out. All right, well, thanks for watching. We'll see you all on another video.